Welcome to We Don't Have Cookies with your host, Jason Marshall.
Hey everybody, thanks for downloading the show. I have a good one for you today. I recently heard a comedian that I thought was so funny that I reached out to them immediately to ask them to be on the show. I think you're going to love her just as much as I do. It's the one and only Nicole Tran.
Good morning, xin kính chào quý vị đó nha. Đã mời tôi lên đài không có bánh kẹo để ăn. That means I don't have a green car. Please send me cash.
I have only heard you once before I reached out to you, but judging by your last name and accent, I'm assuming that you're German or maybe Russian. Where are you from?
I'm from Vietnam. Please excuse me the way I speak. There are some letters in the English language that I cannot pronounce. I could tell you which one they are, but I cannot pronounce them.
That is excellent. It would be hard to explain that if you can't pronounce them. Sometimes Americans have a hard time understanding other accents. I had somebody who was on from New Zealand, and I had people talking about that. Do you ever have people who aren't able to understand you over the phone or just in person?
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes people cannot understand my name over the phone. My name is Tran. Wait a minute. Spell it for me, please. Sure. T like Kawasaki. R like Roshiko. A like Elashima. And N like Nancy.
Do you ever have any incidents where somebody said something to you or you said something to them that it just was some miscommunication there?
Absolutely. Last week, an American guy asked me, "Are you nuts?" I said, "Why? Are you allergic?"
That is a problem in America. A lot of people are allergic to nuts, so maybe he was just being safe. What was it like growing up in Vietnam?
Oh, I remember my first swimming lesson. My father threw me into the Mekong River. I ended up in the Philippines.
That is a long way to travel. I bet you came out on the other side. You were a great swimmer, though, right?
Yeah. In my junk mail yesterday, I got a coupon for a swimming lesson. That's a very economical way to revisit the Philippines.
You know, I've never thought of that option. Just swimming there. That's it would be cheaper. Do you ever go back to the Philippines very often to visit your family?
I'm from Vietnam. It's just part of the joke.
Yeah, I guess I should have known that. I even said that earlier. But do you ever go back and see your mother or father?
No. After I left Vietnam, VC, I stayed in America for 25 years. Wow. I never go back to Vietnam. Now I live in Little Saigon in San Jose. That's the only neighborhood where you see an Uber driver on a scooter.
Do you have many family here with you in America?
4 women live in my house.
Wow.
1 mother, 3 sisters. Sound like Cinderella. Except no Prince Charming allowed. My mother finds a glass slipper. She's going to recycle.
Well, I have a question about Vietnam that I think most everybody listening to this is just asking themselves as well. What side of the road are your mailboxes on?
Oh, Vietnam, we don't have a mailbox. The mailman just ride a bicycle and give you the mail. Yeah, go to your house and deliver it to your house and give it to you. If you don't have a mailbox, if you close the door, they just put the mail under the door. And now I believe they probably, the population is overpopulated, so they probably ride scooter.
Wow, I would have never thought of that. What was it like going from Vietnam and moving to America?
It was very tough.
What were some of the things that you had to adjust to?
The language barriers, the culture shock, you know.
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt you. What was some of the culture shock?
It's like language barrier, slang, expression, the culture, the norms, you know. Like we didn't eat turkey in Vietnam. We don't celebrate Halloween in Vietnam.
Is there anything you do celebrate in Vietnam that you were surprised that we don't celebrate here in America?
Probably we celebrate, basically the communist country, so that we didn't have a chance to celebrate a lot. Like here more freedom. People celebrate, find every reason to celebrate holidays so they can sell products, you know?
Yeah, that is very true. We have a holiday about twice a week here in America.
Yeah, it's like commercialized.
Yeah, very much. You said that part of it was the language barrier. Did you have to learn English when you moved here, or did you already know it?
Oh, I really learned English in Vietnam, but the English here is very different. The English in Vietnam is spoken differently. The pronunciation, the slang, we don't understand any slang spoken here. Like the one I study in Vietnam, I study sweetheart, darling. I never studied the slang baby. So when I came here, American guys call me baby. And I said, why? I'm not a baby. I'm an adult. But my cousin explained to me, baby means sweetheart and darling.
I guess that would kind of throw you, where you're just like, why are you talking down to me like I'm a baby? Now that you're in America, I'd like to know something and you're the perfect person to ask. I've always heard the water in Asia is much wetter than it is in America. Is there any truth to that?
Oh, the water is not wetter, but it's shorter. We don't have enough water. We have a water shortage. So it's not wetter, but shorter.
Okay.
My friend's last name is Water Hose. Believe it or not. Can you believe it? The fire department will not hire her.
What's been some of the best things that's happened to you since moving to America?
Recently, this year, I won a beauty contest for girls who speak bad English. I'm now the brand new 2019 Miss Pronounce.
That's a very prestigious honor. Have you had any problems living here in America?
I suffered depression, so I went to my therapist. Unfortunately, I could not get along with my therapist, so I have to go see a second therapist just to talk about the first therapist. And then she told me that she told me I'm always in denial. I said, no, I'm not.
What do you like to do for fun?
Oh, I love to watch basketball. I love Stephen Curry, but I love chicken curry even more.
Well, now's a good time for basketball. I also
like to visit Chinatown. Chinese people are very organized. They always have all the ducks in a row.
Well, I'm bringing back a segment that I used to do on the show. It's called A Question from My Last Guest. This is where I ask the guest that's on the show now a question from my last guest without my last guest knowing who's going to be on the show today. Are you ready for the question?
Yes.
Why are we going to the moon again?
Oh, we go to the moon for jobs. The moon gives us a lot of jobs. Job for engineer, job for NASA, job for people who clean the airplane. What do you mean? The air shuttle. The people that create, make the jumpsuits. Jobs for everybody. So I go to the moon to create jobs, opportunities.
And the cheese industry. I heard the moon's made of cheese. Was there anything you'd like to promote before you go? Any upcoming shows or social media?
Oh, I just go to LA for my show on in 2 weeks. I go to Comedy Store. I'm going to be performing at the Ice House on the 17th in LA. And I'm going to be performing the Ventura Comedy Club on the 22nd of this month. Exciting.
Well, if you're in the area, I highly recommend it. Nicole, it was great having you on today.
Now, can I sing a song, Jason?
Absolutely. I was going to go to break. You go ahead and sing, and then we'll go to break, and I'll be back after that. Go for it.
Jimmy, please say you wait for me. I grow up someday, you see. Saving all my kisses just for you. Say with love forever true. Jimmy's the guy who lives next door. I guess I known him 10 years or more. Jimmy wrote me a note one day, and this is what he has to say. Yeah!
Want to contact the show? Send an email to jason@wedon'thavecookies.com or call 929-266-9342 and leave a voicemail.
Hey guys, it's Elena Davies from the Miscellaneous Podcast, and you are listening to We Don't Have Cookies.
I want to thank Nicole for being on the show. She was a lot of fun. I can't wait to have her back on soon. Maybe we can have her back to sing the rest of that song. But joining me right now is the podcast's official weatherman, Frankie McDonald. Frankie, what's the weather going to be like starting on Monday?
And as for New York City, the weather there is going to be, and it's going to be sunny. It's going to be warm temperatures and cool temperatures and mild temperatures fighting each other. Then it's going to turn really windy and cold in New York City on next Saturday. In New Jersey and those places, then they get more stormy weather up the central U.S. in those places. And a lot of fires are burning around in California. And there's a ton of forest fires going on in California because it's so dry there. Thanks to any winds because of high pressure systems located in Idaho-Utah border. It's been triggering a lot of fires, but thanks to any winds causing forest fires down in the state of California. It's been really bad there. It's been stormy, windy, and rainy all across in Europe right now, like England, France, Germany, Austria, Netherlands, Denmark, and Poland, and all these places. And guess what? I got big news for you. I can write Facebook posts in other languages now.
Wow. That's really interesting, Frankie. How many have you made so far?
And French, Spanish, and Portuguese, those are the 4 official languages in North America. Primary official languages in Western Hemisphere, both North America and Southern Hemisphere. Inuit language up in Nunavut, that's the secondary language. It's like a native language up in Nunavut. They have their own alphabet set up there. And a lot of Inuit people living up there, they write their own alphabets and they speak their own native language up there.
That is pretty big news, Frankie. Are you really excited about that?
Yes. And I can train on Facebook posts, I can write the post in other languages now, like French, Spanish, Portuguese, German, and things like that.
Really, really cool, Frankie. I wanted to ask, what have you been up to since your last appearance on the show?
I was on your show before Halloween, and I just did a vampire video, and I just did another vampire video last night, like a vampire dance in November 2019. That vampire just came back for a long time.
That's really cool. I suggest everybody go check that out. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Vampire has returned because I did that video last night. Return of Vampire.
Is there anything that you'd like to promote before you go, Frankie?
People can order Frankie McDonald action figures on Amazon website. And for my book, Be Prepared, a Frank McDonald Guide to Life, Weather, and Everything, is nominated for Forced to Reading Children's Book Awards. That's Yellow Catter up in Ontario Library Association. They bought 1,400 copies of my book back in September. That means it's going to get divided to different libraries in Ontario now.
Hey, Frankie, my first guest sang a song earlier before they left. Is there any song you'd like to sing for us?
Moving to the country, gonna getting a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Peaches come from a can, or they're put there by a man in a factory downtown. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Millions of peaches, peaches for me. Millions of peaches, peaches for free. Let's go!
That's really awesome, Frankie. Thanks for saying it, and thanks for being on the show. I'll talk to you next week.
Yes, I'm Frankie McDonald. You're listening to We Don't Have Cookies radio show.
Always a good time to have Frankie on the show. There's been a lot of singing on today's episode. I kind of dig that. I wasn't expecting to have him sing a full song. It was really cool. Appreciate that very much. If I would have known everybody on this show was going to sing a song, I would have booked John the Songman on today. I kind of regret that I didn't, but I do have my own song story to talk about. I had a follow-up appointment with my doctor this week about my back. On the way there, I had my GPS going, and I had to turn onto Old Fairground Road, and I just started singing, I gotta turn my car onto Old Fairground Road. I'm gonna drive to the doctor's store. That's my take on the Lil Nas X song, Old Town Road. The whole way to the doctor, I kept singing that, but I would replace Old Fairtown Road with whatever street I was turning on. That made the drive a lot more fun. I was by myself, so people probably thought I was crazy when every time I would turn onto a street, I would be singing and laughing. And when I left the doctor, I did it the entire way home, which takes me about 20 to 30 minutes to get to the doctor. So it was a long day of singing on my way home, but it sure made it a lot more fun. Now it is time for this week's Strange Days. If you're listening to this on the day it comes out, Monday, November 4th is Common Sense Day. Not a lot of people are going to be celebrating that one. Wednesday is Saxophone Day. I think former President Bill Clinton must have started that. Thursday is Men Make Dinner Day. I'll be making baked chicken marinated in mango nectar topped with a roasted pineapple habanero sauce over rice with side of steamed vegetables. Friday is Tongue Twister Day, so get out your pickle peppers and talk about how Peter Piper picked them. Saturday is Chaos Never Dies Day, which sounds pretty damn fun if you ask me. And Sunday is Forget-Me-Not Day and Vanilla Cupcake Day. I had a lot of fun today. I hope you did too. If you did, make sure you tell your friends and spread the word. Talk to you next Monday.
Thanks for listening. Tell your friends about the show and leave a review. See you next time.
Oh, we go to the moon for jobs.